All right, hello everybody and welcome back to Art Appreciation. This is going to be my quick discussion of Unit 2. Unit 2 is basically, um, you know, taking Unit 1 and the terms and principles and elements that you used in that Unit 1 and using them and writing about them and having a good understanding about what they are. If you need a refresher on the elements and principles, go back to Unit 1. There's lots of terms. There's lots of videos in there as well too. I wrote a little thing here, and this goes and talks about some of the elements and principles that you can find in any work. I chose this work just because I thought it was cool, and I wanted to show you that any work can be analyzed with elements and principles of design. I've made some statements about some of the things, but I've also asked you some questions. This is really for you. This is to self-quiz yourself to see if you have a good understanding of the terms yet. So go ahead and take the time to read this little entry here. Notice that this is worth 10% of your grade. That's a whole letter grade. So make sure that you take the time. From the time that I'm making this video, you have 5 days to complete it. So make sure that you do that. Check your due date here. I've already basically told you the overview of this assignment. It's going to be reaffirming those terms that we're learning, art terminologies of the elements and principles of design. Go ahead and click on this as well too. This is learned art terms. These are a lot of the terms that we use from Unit 1. I think there might be even a few that we haven't learned, but go ahead and take the time to make sure that you have a good understanding of these terms. Again, you can always go back to Unit 1 to get even more acquainted with those terms as well too. And let's go ahead and talk about the assignment. First off, in this assignment, you will be writing a formal analysis. When writing a formal analysis, we should focus on only the formal or visual qualities of the work. You should not write about the artwork in terms of iconography, social political context, historical significance, or generally how the work makes you feel. We're not talking about the meaning of the work. We're only describing what we see, right? We'll get to the meaning later on in the semester. The purpose of this assignment is to build upon our visual literacy, otherwise known as our ability to describe what we see. You will utilize the elements and principles of art from Unit 1 to describe a composition with emphasis on the following course learning outcomes. Demonstrate knowledge of the art elements and principles and apply that terminology as it specifically relates to a work of art. So let's go ahead and break down the assignment. First, I want you to go to these 3 websites and get comfortable with these websites. Each of them, they're all different in terms of how to search for things. I would just encourage you to just get lost within the websites until you find something that looks like it would be fun to discuss, something that you're naturally drawn to. Make sure it's from this website. Don't go elsewhere outside of these websites. Stay within these websites and choose a work to your liking. Once you've chosen a work that you want to discuss, open the formal analysis template right here. And this is a template, but this is what I basically want you to erase and write your own. You can see how each paragraph basically tells you how to write the paragraph, where I want you to discuss the elements, where the principles as well too. And then these are some of the notes. I think it's important. Stay on topic. Remember that we're describing elements and principles of art. We're describing what we see. Make sure that you use that terminology and avoid discussing what you think the work means to fill up that 500-word minimum, right? Believe me, you can spend much more than 500 words only describing how the terminology would be used in any artwork that you choose, I guarantee you, right? So make sure that you do that. 500-word minimum. Do not change the format of this template. Don't change it, the spacing or the size of the text or anything like that. I will take points off. Edit your writing for grammatical errors before submitting as a PDF or a Word document. The best way, in my experience, has been to read it aloud And that's usually a good way to catch a lot of the mistakes. Another way to do it is to have a friend or a parent read it back to you, or to proofread it for you. You're going to attach a reproduction of the work on this page right here. Okay, I don't need any works cited. I don't need a cover page. All I need you to do is to copy paste an image that you find on one of those 3 websites and paste it here, right? That's all I really need. And again, here's the due date. You have a decent amount of time from the time I'm recording this video, from the time this video gets posted. So make sure that you take the time to do it. This is a really easy chance to get an easy grade if you take the time. Try to avoid working on the assignment 2 hours before the due date if you can. If you have any questions, you can always get in touch with me as well too. You guys have a great day and look forward to seeing the work.